What's happening and welcome? What's happening and welcome? It look like something wrong with my color or something. I have no idea what the problem is. But how's y'all doing? I'm just sitting that live screen notification because viewers have been enabled. Um, hold on. For those of you who is subscribed to a player, for those of you who say that y'all watch a player, can y'all please go and check and see if y'all still subscribe to a player? See if y'all have turned on the notifications. Check and see, because I've been doing a little asking questions out here, and I've been reading that a few people say that a lot of people notifications have been turned off after they turn it on. I have no idea. You say Hello, notification for your channel and YouTube says have been disabled. Notification for the YouTube app on their phone, yada yada yada, and personalized and none. You can check the channel and the minutes. Got that right there. Got all that right there. Oh, how y'all doing on this slow moving Monday? This is a slow moving Monday. It's still Monday, right? I know it just started. Shout out to the Prophet Made for the $2 super chat. Say had a domestic love today. Now she cooking true love. That's what I'm talking about. You got to check them. Damn it, you got to show them how much you really, really love them. And then things will get back to normal. Things will typically go ahead on and get back to normal out here in these streets. So you got commercials. You say that you still subscribe. I appreciate that right there. You say you a little darker. They say you been out in the Florida sun, huh? No, I think that it has a lot to do with my camera. Hold on. I got to point something. I got to point something here. A remote or something. Can it zoom in or something like that? I have no idea why that thing got me darker. It got my shirt darker than what it really is. Now, what the hell is this? I got a TV bracket in it, bitch. Got a TV mount or something. Let's see and hope I don't tear up nothing. Nope, got it. That ain't gonna zoom in. That ain't gonna zoom in. That's not gonna change the color. That's all right. That's all right here. We got to work with what we got out here in these streets. I got to throw that down in the garbage too because I don't use that anymore. I really don't use that no more. I got to clean up. I've been cleaning up. I had to do some deep cleaning. Had to wipe down some doggone what's them thing called? The flow panels. What's the things at the bottom of your wall? Is at the bottom of the wall. It's the white script that we spend money on to put all around the rooms and the hallways and stuff like that right there. The floorboards? No. That ain't the floorboards. There's boards. The baseboards. Yeah. I've been wiping down baseboards all weekend. mm. Listen. A lot of times, because if you have furniture and stuff around, a lot of times we don't move furniture out of the way to clean behind furniture, and that's something that I do at least once a month. You know what I'm saying? With like the moving the furniture out the way. But even with me moving the furniture out the way, I have not been, and I am ashamed of myself, I have not been getting down on my knees and praising that white porcelain floorboard. Listen, I got down there and went to wiping. I'm like, ooh, look at all this dust. Look at all this dust. I gotta get my life together. But it's clean now though. It's cleaner than a whole bunch of y'all's monkeys. You mad. You say, Willie, I missed the last couple of shows. The supervisor came for me no. And now I gotta get her removed from her job. Do everything that you can. Because when people show you that they really don't care about where they is working at, while they trying to do something to you, go ahead on and get on from around here. You say Willie using the Swiffer. Listen. I like the Swiffer, but let me explain something to y'all. I like the Swiffer, but truth be told, the Swiffer just pushes. Like if you use the Swiffers like in the corners, once you push all the way down to the next corner, what's on the front of the Swiffer will go and hit that corner. Yeah. You can push it there, but then you can slide it on. You will leave some stuff is basically what I'm trying to tell you. So what I still have to do I've been doing this since a child. But what I still have to do, I got to get down, especially like in the corners. I still got to get me a warm rag and some soap and wipe out my corners. You know what I'm saying? I use a Swiffer. I use a Swiffer. I used to use mops. But now we don't use mops anymore. So I will use a Swiffer. And every now and then, I got to get on the floor with an old towel. I got to get on the floor with an old towel, put me some soap and water down there, and get on down there and go to really, really scrubbing the flows out here. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure that everything is on the up and up. And then I'm sweeping. Watch. I sweep and vacuum. Ooh, how many of y'all done that? How many of y'all do that right there? Mm-hmm. How many of y'all really do that right there? I sweep and I vacuum. Yep, congratulations. Aaron missed us. Shout out to Aaron for going on by the doggone business, because a lot of people really ain't got that insurance. A lot of people ain't got that insurance. The school just started, you know what I'm saying? Whew. Ooh, we escaped that one. We really, really did escape that one. But keep it. Listen, keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the prize. Something else might pop up. Something else might. Damn it! Do not. Do not drop your guard. Wait, and say no. Now I get down there with a toothbrush. Oh snap! Hey, I got to try that right there. I got to try that right there, because just like you can get the corner if you like keep rubbing it out. But a toothbrush would have been real good if I would have thought it through. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's what I be doing here. Now now to all you youngins who waiting on the chick to be cooking and cleaning. I don't know who that. Well, yeah, we do know that Patricia is raising y'all out here in the doggone street. We should all have the ability to cook and clean. We should all have the ability to take care of ourselves. Yeah, because there will be times in your life that you will be by yourself, and if you're waiting on somebody to clean up before you and after you, then you is the problem. The 334 Gun Monkey Town is up in the building. What it do? You say, what happened with the Bobcat in Florida? Did you see that story about the Bobcat on the Florida beach? No, I missed that one. I missed it. Oh, Jesus, I would have been trying to run out there in that sand. I'd been out there crying. I've been crying because, in case y'all not beach natives, because like I'm from Florida, my state, stand your ground, stay, but go home, say, please don't run up 155 life. Stay. I am a beach native. I know about the sand and stuff. You can try to run as fast as you can in the sand. It's real difficult to run really fast in sand. So I'd have been out there crying. I'd have been running backwards, because you're not finna run up behind me and jump on and scratch my back all over. Like, I gotta go all like that. Like crying, then you got skin. You know, pull skin off me. At least if I'm running backwards and you jump, I can go it on the bob one. And you jump again, I can bob again. Or if you jump and you coming right at me, at least I can try to punch you while you in the air or something. At least I can hit you in your nose. Hitting in the nose. We get that from growing up, and that's what people used to tell us whenever like a dog is trying to bite you, to punch the dog in the nose. So that's where I get that from. And since we're thinking about a bobcat, I wasn't taught how to defend myself from a bobcat, so I got to treat the bobcat like a dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just try to punch in the nose or squeeze the nostrils or something like that, or dig out the eyes. You know, try to irritate the animal so it stop biting on me. You know what I'm saying? But got to be more careful. Whew. Y'all tired? Is y'all a little tired? Y'all, we got 97 likes, and I didn't say anything about it. This is a beautiful thing. If you're new around here, subscribe. Now, I do need the support. Do not think that I don't need the support because of who I am. I need the support because of who I am. And listen, they be out here not sending out my notifications. That's why I ask my good peoples, make sure that y'all are still subscribed, and make sure you all have hit the notification. Y'all give yourselves a pat on the back, and y'all done made 100 by 15 after the hour. I really do appreciate that right there. Let's go ahead on and get into a little something, y'all. First and foremost, we need your help out in the community. Let's just go ahead on and start with the little community help that we need. And I'm thinking that we got to go to Carolina. We're going to Carolina real quick. We have a missing teen girl. Here we go.
And in Greenville County, the sheriff's office is asking for your help to find this 17-year-old. Her name is Jamara Hunter. Deputies say she was last seen on Wednesday around 9 p.m. at a home on Brantford Lane. They describe her as 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing around 115 pounds. And you can take a look at this photo on your screen. Anyone with information about Jamara's whereabouts is asked to call the sheriff's office. And again, that number is right there listed on your screen.
They said that baby 5'9", 115 pounds, 17. She's 17. Is she grown in Carolina? Is she an adult in Carolina? Is that South Carolina or North Carolina? South Carolina, age of consent. I mean, I can't even look up this stuff on my let me do it from my phone. South Carolina, age of consent. Age of consent is 16. North Carolina, age of consent. Age of consent is 16. She grown. She grown out here. So we is looking for a grown person. We're looking for a grown person. I got one issue with this here. You say is she a runaway? It could be in my mind because you grown at 17. You can get that thing up legally at 16. You say she 5'9". She ran off to start a new life with her little la. Bam. They said that baby 115 pounds, I think they said. Hold on.
115 pounds.
115 pounds out here. My issue is, okay, if I'm the parent and I got to reach out to law enforcement and or like the Amber Alert or the Ebony Alert thing. This not the Ebony Alert. It's just law enforcement sending this out. And you have to send in a picture. You have to send in a picture. That baby got on a bonnet and a Amazing Spider-Man shirt. We looking for my child. We looking for my child, and I give the news a picture with my baby in a bonnet, with a bonnet on, and an Amazing Spider-Man shirt, wrinkled shirt at that. I wish my children would go outside. Wrinkled, we ain't grow up like that. Like, we ain't raise our children to go outside, dot that dough. You better not dot that dough, and your clothes ain't like iron, like non-wrinkly. Say no graduation picture. This is probably like her little last year. Probably like her little last year. You say she not missing. That's a possibility too. I'm just like, so we not taking pictures of our children like on the regular? See, back in my day, we came up to where we didn't walk around with the cameras. We had to go to like Publix and get like the Publix picture thing, and then we had to drop it back off at Publix and then go back around there and pick it up from Publix when they go ahead on and develop it. But now we have the options to take 100 million quadrillion pictures, and we don't take recent pictures of our children that live at home. How your children live at home and y'all ain't taking pictures of each other? This is strange, but yeah. We even dropped them off at Walgreens. There you go. I'm just saying. So if y'all know something, man, y'all go ahead on and say something. Jamarium, your people's looking for you, baby. Go on home before you give people a little heart attack out here in these streets, because it's not right that you missing. You're not supposed to be missing. At least supposed to be found. You can go back home and then go on back out there in them streets when you get ready, baby. But you need to go on back to the crib because people is worried. Bam, as y'all come on in, y'all go ahead on and hit the little thumbs up button. I do need your support around here in these streets here. We already over 100. Thank you. Woo! We have a good mother. We have a good mother. It's a mother faces. Whoa. Okay, all right. Bam. They starting something new. I guess they starting to charge parents. I think we probably did like 2 or 3 stories this year to where No, hell, we probably did one story this year to where a parent got charged, typically a mother got charged for their child's behavior out here in the doggone street. We have a situation. We have a mother faces rarely used charge, a rarely used charge for her young son's felony. Her son got felonies. Her son ain't got a felony. Her son got felonies. So since the city, the state, the municipality cannot incarcerate a child really, really young, they went on head on and charged the mother. Shout out to Jermaine for the $1 cash app. I appreciate that right there. Let's see what these people talking about, y'all. Here we go.
For out-of-control criminal...
Hold on.
Holding a mother accountable for out-of-control criminal behavior by her child. It's something police have been reluctant to do, but it just happened in Utica. A rare arrest, and police did it to prove a point and get other parents to exert more authority over their children. This week, police arrested 36-year-old Nutro Muhammad. Authorities say her 11-year-old son has been involved in at least 4 felonies: robbery, fire at a Walmart, stolen cars, and more. Because of his age, police say they can't charge him criminally. So they've turned their attention to the mother.
So you mean to tell me that they can't charge an 11-year-old, but in other news that we've done throughout the years, 11-year-olds have done crimes and they even tried to charge them as like adults or something like that?
Late today, Utica Police Lieutenant Michael Curley and I talked about some of the specifics of this case, why police and prosecutors took this very rare step, and what they're hoping comes of it. What message do you hope that this sends to folks in Utica and beyond?
So this is a very unique situation, considering the age of the child, the amount of crimes that he's been in, the lack of the ability for the police and the community to really do anything about it, coupled with the fact that Raise the Age has just kind of run amok amongst the juvenile population with this case in particular, and the fact that under 12 cannot be prosecuted in any criminal facility or family court.
Under 12 cannot be prosecuted. I didn't know. What state is this? This must be outside the country, man.
We felt it prudent that we had to do something in this respect.
When you arrested this mother in particular and explained why she was going to be placed under arrest, what was the reaction?
I mean, certainly she was unhappy, as dictated by our press release, and certainly I think everyone can understand that by the charge in of itself, this is not the first contact we've had with this mother. It wasn't that a simple juvenile stole a pack of gum from a local convenience store and we're charging a mother for an uncare of a juvenile. This child has been in a multitude of felonies, to include robberies, burglaries, stolen vehicles, and a fire at Walmart.
Your 11-year-old is out here robbing people, setting fires at Walmart. Her 11-year-old. 11 is in what, like the 5th grade? Is 11 in the 5th grade? Is it 12? 11 may be in middle school. Is 11 like in the 6th grade? I think 11 is the 6th grade.
So it's not as if these aren't just true public nuisance crimes as well. So this kid isn't just out stealing things, as we said. He's not throwing rocks through the windows. This is a case where a juvenile has created a multitude of major safety issues, and the mom has just been unwilling to try to stem those behaviors.
Mom unwilling to correct the course of her little baby. Her 11-year-old is her little baby. Hell, we might could call her 11-year-old her son husband, because you cannot control your 11-year-old. You might as well call him your son husband. For real though.
You're sure it's unwilling, not unable?
Well, I think there is a very fine line between unwilling and unable.
I don't like that question. He said, is it unwilling or unable? What do you mean by unable? She's the parent, he's the child. What do you mean unable? She cannot correct his behavior?
You're sure it's unwilling, not unable?
Well, I think...
Do y'all see like the passes that these people want to get these babies?
There is a very fine line between unwilling and unable. Once you've been notified, informed, and offered services on a multitude of occasions, and you're just not taking advantage of those things, nor attempting in any facility to try to rein in your child's behavior, what are we as the public and we as the police to assist the public supposed to do? Just allow the kid to continue wantonly committing crimes, committing violent crimes, and out there at all hours of the night without supervision? I think it was incumbent upon us just to prove a point that these kind of behaviors will not be allowed. obviously in very certain circumstances. Each and every time we've talked to mom, she either states she doesn't know where he is, or he snuck out, or he's out doing things. And these crimes aren't just occurring at 6 p.m. They're occurring at 1 a.m., at midnight, and later in the morning hours, in which it is their due diligence and their care to make sure their child has proper supervision.
Do y'all understand that he just said that a lot of the times to where they have to bring the child back to the house, the mother had no idea that he had done snuck out. The mother had no idea that he was even out. That in see, she should have been arrested back then. If you don't know that your child is not inside of your home, that is child neglect and child endangerment. Imagine if like your 3-year-old walked out of your door and your 3-year-old get hit by a car. You will be charged for child negligence or child endangerment or something like that right there. But her child is causing problems out in the community, and then we got to bring your child back, and you tell me, I ain't even know my baby was out the house. So you ain't got special locks on your door or nothing like that right there. That bitch she should have been charged. Children should have been taken away. Do y'all know how stupid this shit is? Hold on, look at it. But it say multiple times we had to bring the child back, and she would even not know where the child was, but she got to keep her baby.
Each and every time we've talked to mom, she either states she doesn't know where he is, or he snuck out, or he's out doing things. And these crimes aren't just occurring at 6 p.m. They're
three different excuses. Not now time did they take the child away from her.
At 1 a.m., at midnight, and later in the morning hours, in which it is their due diligence and their care to make sure their child has proper supervision. And each and every time we've encountered this child and brought him home and spoke to mom, we found that it has been a lack of all care, supervision, and neglect potentially. I mean, obviously that's a charge that can be explored later down the line, but things that just cannot continue due to, one, the age of the child and the serious nature of these crimes.
Is there any worry that coming down on mom could make the life of the child worse if mom is saddled with court time, fines, whatever, potential jail time, something like that things could end up worse for the kid?
If coming down on mom, so if holding holding the mother accountable, he's saying can possibly make it harder on the mother. Is y'all listening to this? Is it possible that coming down on the mother, trying to hold the bitch accountable, would that make it harder on the 11-year-old who is already not being supervised properly and who is already out here committing crimes? What do you mean make it worse? Listen, we need to just lock his ass up too. It's simple.
Mom is saddled with court time, fines, whatever, potential jail time, something like that things could end up worse for the kid.
Wow.
Understood. It's a concern. However, I think in this case, it is endangering the welfare of the child. So we are arguing that mom's behavior has created a situation which either allows this child to act in this behavior or has been unable and unwilling to take care to cease this behavior.
Because you good people don't want to hold women accountable. They is neglecting their children. Because especially law enforcement have been holding themselves back from charging her and arresting her and all that fly shit, and the child kept doing what the child wanted to do out here. See, keep giving these women children's best left with their mamas them though.
So I would argue that mom's own behavior has created the situation in this child's life that he is just free and wanton to do what he wants, and we need to stem that behavior somehow. And if this requires mom to get the services, to adhere to the services and comply with services, I think we've helped the child in the long run.
In this case, Utica police say they went for a misdemeanor charge against the mother, hoping to get her attention but not upend the family. The punishment
charge her to get her attention, to not upend, meaning separate the family. Y'all do know a mother and child is a family, not a mother, father, and child. So, yeah.
Police say they went for a misdemeanor charge against the mother, hoping to get her attention but not upend the family.
They got to lock a bitch up to let her know you need to tend to your baby.
The punishment could be probation, court-ordered services. Rarely would it be jail time.
Rarely, meaning that bitch ain't going to jail. So there's no real punishment. There's no real punishment, but this how y'all want to be playing out here in these streets to try to, yeah. How is y'all going to? How is this story gonna change the minds of mothers if the mothers know it's petty? The punishment is petty. It's basically nothing. It's a night in jail. Bitch gonna burn out. What are you talking about? This is nothing. We have babies around here with cocaine on them who listen, if it's got coke and perks on them, I ain't scared to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? These ladies ain't scared to go to jail because technically they don't be going to jail. Just what it is. But anyway, we have another good mother. As y'all come on in, y'all go ahead and hit the little thumbs up. Do not be afraid. Help a player out. I need the support, like I always say. Shout out to Jay for the $6 cash app. I appreciate that right there. He say, Mom got potential, but that kitty probably stinking. You might got a point. Yeah. This say a fake Arab. That baby trying to wrap it up. That's what's up. She hell. And that would be like even worse if she's like spiritually guided and stuff like that. Maybe take care of the goddamn children out here. Shout out to Roshan for the $1 cash out. Say at 11 years old, we was in the bed at 8 p.m. I'm trying to tell y'all what the hell done happened. What actually happened? I just don't know. Yep. I heard about the Rampage Jackson's son. I might talk about that right there tomorrow or something like that, because I ain't gonna talk about it tonight. Anyway, moving right along. I ain't gonna eat much hoe you. We got a situation.
For a 3-year-old son, police.
We have another mother. We have another mother on this slow moving Monday, man. I appreciate y'all for being around here. I was gonna say something, but I got thrown off. We not ending the show here. We're going to well, hell, a matter of fact, I might as well just go ahead on and open that thing on up now then. Why don't I just do it like that? And move that out the way. Let me grab that. Give y'all some motivation to stay on around here. Let me put this on. Wait, hold on. All right, let me put this on the screen, because this is how we're going to end. But we're not going to end it around here on YT. We're not going to end it over here. We're going to end it everywhere else, because we're about to be live everywhere else. Hold on, let me click the little live button. It's going to count down. 5 seconds. 5 seconds to go. Here we go. Bam. There we go. Now that's how we're going to end the show, but we're going to end it on the green and the blue. Right now we on YT and the purple. We're on YT and the purple right now. We're going to end on the green and the blue. Y'all know I can't say it, yada, yada, yada. They still out here acting their ass. They still slow. They still stupid. And it is what it is. Where's my thing? Let's go ahead on and run on into this one right here. What do we got? We got a situation. We have a mother who was accused, who is arrested in Pennsylvania for murder. Baby done murder her son, because she loved her baby out there in Maryland. Here we go.
Well, a horrible story out of Howard County tonight. A mother behind bars now accused of killing her 3-year-old child. We want to warn you, some of the information in these charging documents, disturbing to hear. WJZ is live at police headquarters in Columbia tonight. Janae Reese with what we know so far in this case. Janae, good evening.
Rick, good evening to you. Well, Howard County Police were able to share with us when they got the initial call that was made in Columbia. They found the child, who we now know is a little boy, with multiple burns and bruises, and had been dead for an unspecified amount of time. The 16-page charging document shows the graphic details in the case involving Shalyn Brown and the death of her 3-year-old son. Police say it all began with a call to 911.
The mother made a call
Shout out baby for having her real.
to someone close to her in her life and expressed concern about the child's welfare. That person came to the house and then said, we've really got to call 911.
According to charging documents, police got this call on November 1st, 2024 for an unresponsive child at a home on Hickory Log Circle in Columbia, where Brown was staying with her then-boyfriend's mother.
When officers arrived, sadly, they did find marks on the child's body, bruises and scars. Ultimately, months later, the results from the medical examiner said that the child died as a result of injuries as well as malnutrition and dehydration.
Charging documents lay out the day officers arrived at the home and found the child with, quote, no clothes on, in a bedroom, being in a cold, warm environment. Multiple attempts were made to save the child, but responders were unsuccessful. Authorities conducted multiple interviews with Brown and her unidentified boyfriend. Brown told investigators at 1:40 that day she got up to check on the child because she did not hear him and found him, quote, slumped to his right, unresponsive.
He said she got up to check on the child because she did not hear the child. When a parent get up to check on the child, typically the child be asleep, don't it? The child be asleep since you got up because she didn't hear the child. Go ahead.
Autopsy findings, later completed in March by the medical examiner, indicated the death was a homicide as a result of dehydration and malnourishment. After a long series of interviews with detectives, authorities determined Brown was responsible for the child's death due to neglect and abuse.
This was a situation where once we identified that the mother was the likely responsible party, when we were able to apply for charges, we learned that she had left the state. So it did take some time to find her in Pennsylvania and then have her extradited back to Maryland.
Mama was a runner.
Early August, police say Brown was located and arrested in Harrisburg, where she was staying with family.
We don't think there are any other suspects involved in this case. We think it was an isolated incident and really something that had to be addressed in an appropriate amount of time.
I got a question for y'all. Would y'all let the killer come stay with y'all? The killer went and stayed with some family? Listen. Once you tell me the story about your little baby just had died, see, I got questions. I don't give a damn about your child that damn died and you talking about you finna come visit. Why? Why you can't stay where you at?
And honestly, there's still a lot to unpack about this case because, again, the charging documents were 16 pages long, covering the entire 9-month investigation leading up to her arrest. Right now, Brown is being currently held at the Howard County Detention Center without bond. Her next court hearing in Howard County Circuit Court is scheduled for September. For now, reporting...
Well, hell, she's not a threat to society or nothing like that right there because the child dead. Listen. Think about this right here, too. Watch it. So, she's a good mother. Obviously, she's a good mother. And she had a boyfriend. Now, imagine if she pregnant. And you really wasn't liking her like that right there. This was a way for you to actually, hell, this may be a blessing to the boyfriend. He can move on with his doggone life, you know what I'm saying, and still come and visit her every now and then. Because she only gonna do by 5 to 7. She gonna do by 5 to 7, and I would advise him to not treat her bad, you know, especially if she I don't think that she's pregnant though, but if she was to be pregnant, like he could get custody of the baby or something. He could put her ass on child support while she in jail, and then let the rears pile up. She can damn it let the rears pile up on her head. You know what I'm saying? Because the longer you don't pay, the more that you got rears. Shout out to Roshan for the $1 cash app. Say child malnourished mother gets stamps. There it is. Yeah. And it's crazy. The child is 3. The child is 3, so that baby's still getting wick out here. Getting wick. In case y'all don't know, WICS. Or WIC? Yeah, wicks. Well, not wicks. Wick. Wait. Is they still giving the cereal, the milk, the powder? Y'all that coat. They getting y'all that cut. Yeah. And wasn't even feeding the baby. Just wasn't feeding the baby, but she love her baby. This crazy bitch done went around at the auntie or her cousin them house. You know what I'm saying? To lay up and talk about it. Listen. I guarantee y'all that she didn't tell her family that she was like running away or she was on the run or nothing like that. I just need to get out of my area that I'm living in. I just need to get from around there because it's always on my mind. Every time I wake up, every room I walk into, I see my baby and it's just hard for me. I just need to be around family at a time like that. I just don't know what is. All that shit. You know they got a hotel down the street. Listen, I don't. Hell no, you can't stay around here. Your baby just died and you don't know why. Nope. I don't put nothing past you fools out here in the doggone street. But she's a good mother. Listen, you go ahead and let that baby jump. Because once she jump, she can have some more. We really ain't tripping like that right there. Move right along. I ain't gonna even much hold you. We got a situation. We got us a situation, something that y'all may have not even heard about. Because I didn't know that this right here was going on. So this is a learning lesson for me too. I have a story. I have a nice little story. Make sure I'm able to go on and grab the whole thing because I don't want to grab half of the thing. I saw this pop up. Well, hell, somebody sent it to me. And you was lying to me. The volume on. The volume is on. Is anybody else having that problem on the aura saying that the volume is off? Somebody let me know real quick. Make sure that you refresh because you're talking about on the green, the one with the R, the one that I can't say out loud. Hell, you know what? In about 2-3 more days, I'm just going to start back saying it because I can't keep doing that. Okay, so if one person can hear me on the R, then the volume is on. I'm looking at this thing and the volume is on. Anyway, move right along. Got to go ahead and show y'all this right here because I couldn't believe it when I had done saw it. And luckily it was sent to me. Now I got to pause this because this thing running. All right, let me put the little headline up here for you. There you go. Bam. Willie say cry over there. Look, yeah, man. Do not come around me with that fly shit. Your baby just died, and you had done woke up because your baby wasn't responsible, something like that. You ain't hear your baby. What was you doing? A child just don't die like that right there, baby. I read too much. I read way too much to know that a child just don't die like that. We have a situation. We have a low-income mother. Who is suing Georgia over the foster care fees for her children. Now, a lot of us over the years, we have made this argument that women get to give up their children and not be held accountable. Women is able to drop their children off inside that little box thing on the building. We have a little open door and put the baby inside the box. You close the door and AC comes on and a alarm on the inside come on and you can cover your face, something like that right there. You will not be held accountable as long as a child under 31 days. Got it. You can drop the baby off, not be held accountable. A woman can give a child up for adoption and she's not financially responsible. A woman can the state can take her child and put it in the care of the state. What a state can put the child or get the child, kidnap the child, and now the child is in the care of the state. The state is footing the bill. Me and you is footing the bill. And the woman don't be held accountable. Got it. You say that I missed it. Whoa, wait, slow me down. I don't even have no super chat. I need a super chat. Can y'all help play out with some super chats? I do not see a super chat. I'm looking. I done scroll all the way back up. No super chat. They doing something. Something different. Oh, all right. No problems. Sometimes, hell, the volume do be off. But anyway, this is the first time that I am seeing that a state is charging women's a fee for having their children not be in their care. This is something new to me. It just put a smile on my face. I was in here just like, I can't believe, like criminal. I got to smile like criminal, man. Got to be more careful. Shout out to, I can't pronounce that. Shout out to DKEOWNDK for the 99-cent super chat. I appreciate that right there. For real though. We have a situation that now they're charging mothers if the child or if the children is in foster care, right? Shout out to Keisha Ingrams for the $2 super chat. You say yes, but there you go, Willie. My apologies. I appreciate that for real though. For real though. Y'all listen to this because maybe y'all have not heard of this. I didn't hear it. I've never heard it. Hundreds of low-income parents in Georgia whose kids were sent to foster care have been billed years of child support that they say they can't afford. Really? And one mother filed a civil rights lawsuit against the state this week seeking to end the practice completely. You mean to tell me that you gonna reach out to the state and say that you can't afford your child support payment? So that means that y'all double deadbeats. Think about this right here. I would say 99% of the children that get taken away from mothers, they are single mothers who gets assistance from the city, county, state, whatever. Right. So if you get assistance, you was already deadbeat because you cannot take care of your child on your own. And now they take the child away from you and put you on child support, and now you can't pay the child support like you will say to a man. If a man don't pay his child support, then he's a deadbeat. So y'all saying that y'all can't afford the child support, then y'all double deadbeats. Got it. Between the fiscal year of 2018 and 2022, Georgia removed children from 700 families because of inadequate housing. Y'all do understand the definition that they use for family is mother and child. Now, I'm not saying that all 700 was just mother and child. It may be a father in there. It was probably like 10 daddies. It was probably like 10 daddies in that thing. You know what I'm saying? But because of inadequate housing, likely meaning that they were either homeless or didn't have stable housing much of the time. The class action lawsuit says, cited in the report, yada, yada, that the lawsuit filed on Tuesday argues that the state agency knew these families were impoverished and couldn't afford to pay foster care fees, but charged them anyway. Damn, what it sound like something that men be going through, but men just have to go through it. Men just got to take care of their responsibilities, right? Oh, y'all got to woman up. Ain't that what y'all be telling men? Man up and take care of your kid. Yeah. The state knew that they was impoverished. A lot of y'all is having sex and getting peed in and producing the child from an impoverished man. The state don't give a damn about him being impoverished. Still put him on child support. You still run your little ass on down there to put him on child support. Georgia's system is one of the most erroneous. Damn it, I know the word, and punitive that we've seen. Damn it, it's something like that right now. I can't think about it, but somebody please correct me. Which is representing the executive director of equal justice under the law, which is representing the mother, Anna Linda Martinez, who lives in North Atlanta. I know this doggone word, and it's gonna bother me. Somebody help me out with the word. Advocates nationwide have long criticized child welfare agencies for removing children from low-income families for causes rooted in financial struggles. What? They don't think that children should be removed from low-income families who have low income? All while states fail to help them provide for their basic needs. So you don't want the state to remove the children from parents or parent who cannot afford to take care of the children that the parent decide to have. Hell, not just one child, but decide to have multiple children that they knew that they could not take care of. You don't think that the state should come on in and take them away because the bitch broke. Well, if the bitch broke, the bitch cannot take care of the children. So why should we leave the child with the mother? Makes no sense, but that's what advocates is advocating for, them to stop it. Y'all stop it. Y'all know that baby ain't got no money. The federal government in 2022 advised child welfare agencies to limit how often they ask for child support. Wow. Many women dispute paying child support. Child lives with dad, grandparents, etc. There you go. There you go. They say they want to limit for asking. Like they being nice. Would you please pay us child support? States such as California and Michigan pulled back on the practice, and Georgia did the same in 2024. However, the new rules in Georgia doesn't apply to older cases like Martinez. Now y'all listen to this loving mother who is filing a lawsuit against Georgia. The lawsuit also asks the state to stop seeking child support for most children who have aged out of the system and have been adopted, saying those fees which Martinez have been asked to pay violate state law. So because the children is phased out, she don't want to take care of her responsibilities. Look at her. Oh, but don't worry. Listen to this right here. Martinez, whose story was first reported to the WABE, sought help in Georgia Division of Family and Children's Services in 2018 after she and her 6 daughters became homeless. Her boyfriend was arrested after she learned that he was sexually abusing one of them. Despite working 3 jobs, Martinez couldn't afford rent, so they were evicted. The agency placed her children in foster care instead of offering housing help. The lawsuit says Martinez paid $100 per month until fall of 2019, when she was ordered to pay $472 per month despite living below the federal poverty line. Yeah. Do the courts give a damn how many children you have when they putting a man on child support? Huh? Just want y'all to pay attention. She made a decision to lay down and produce 6 children. She brought 6 children to the planet. Her last boyfriend was feeling on the baby. Decisions. If you got 6 children by multiple men, your decision making is horrible. Shout out to Mr. Gino for the $5 super chat. He say, Willie, you know women lose their ish about some money. Facts. I was thrilled that they was only charging her $100 a month for 6 children. I want y'all to also understand this right here. If it was a man and he had 6 children, that shit would have been $3,000-$4,000. But if he was in poverty, they would have did it based on like the minimum wage. So it'd probably been like $50 per child or something like that right there. Maybe even like $100 per child or something like that right there. But it would have not been $472. It would have been way more than $472. I guarantee you that right there. I want y'all to understand. She and her 6 daughters became homeless. Let me tell you how really, really bad her decision making is. You have 6 children. You getting food stamps. 9 times out of 10, you getting had some type of living assistance. You still have a monkey. You had a boyfriend who did not want just you. You ran there with 6 girls. This bitch was working 3 jobs. Horrible decision making. She was working 3 jobs with 6 daughters. Wow. Hold on. Her. Watch this. Look. Her. Miss Martinez. Her. Produce all them goddamn children. Mm-hmm. That's our Mexican sister, ain't it? I think that's our Mexican sister right there. The lawsuit, yada yada yada. She eventually gave up parental rights for all 6 daughters at the agency's urging. The lawsuit says, shattering any hope of eventual reunification and causing irreparable trauma for her children and herself. That's it. I think I said that right. Irreparable. They say the lawsuit also asks for compensation for child support payments that didn't account for Martinez and other circumstances. Y'all do understand that she gave up her parental rights, which typically, if you give up your parental rights, you do not give up your financial responsibilities. That's why they say the lawsuit also asks for compensation for child support payments that didn't account for Martinez and other circumstances. We don't care nothing about none of that right there. The lawsuit primarily targets the DCF, the Division of Family and Children Services, which is under the state of the Department Services. A spokesperson for the department said that the state has been served. The state has not been served with the lawsuit, but it is not our practice to comment on pending or active litigations. 2 of Martinez's daughters have been adopted. 3 have aged out of the foster care, and one is expecting adoption soon, the lawsuit says. Yet the state still seeks $472. You goddamn right, man. Goddamn right. It's just like a man. Man up. You can do it all on your own. You can do it all on your own, baby. Damn it, I believe in you, Miss Martinez. Martinez now stays home to care for the 2 children she has custody of. Her partner's income can't cover child care, but much of it goes to child support. Last year, her partner's income can't cover child care, but much of it goes to child support. Last year, Martinez received letters from the Division of Children Support Services saying that she owed $13,000 and threatening jail time. You know, they hit her with them reels. Got it. It say a nonprofit raised money to cover that, but Martinez still lives in constant fear that her 2 kids will be removed. Do y'all understand that somebody came up, a nonprofit, paid her $13,000 bill, man? Somebody came and paid her $13,000 bill, and y'all want people like me. Want people like me to believe that men and women is equal? It'll never happen. Bam, that the other 2 kids will be removed. Hell yeah, because she broke. Bitch can't pay for nothing. Listen, if you got to work 3 jobs, your decision making is horrible. Martinez eventually learned that she could ask for smaller child support payments, but was told that this year she would need to show her daughter's adoptions certificates, the lawsuit says, but wasn't able to get those without parental rights. So she cannot even show evidence that her children has been adopted. DCF has said that the agency goals is reunification, but Teflon done. Somebody had done said that charging low-income families child support is a perverse practice that delays the outcome that everybody wants. And that's the end of the story. Telfin Yan. Telfin Yan. I don't know who Telfin Yan is, but Telfin said charging low-income families child support is perverse. Is a perverse practice that delays the outcome that everyone wants. Do y'all know that the majority? What classifies? Damn it! I can't look it up on my doggone computer because it's not working. What classifies you as low income? You are classified as low income when your household incomes fall below a certain threshold, such as the federal poverty guidelines or the percentage of the local median income for the specific dollar. For example, in 2025, the poverty guideline for a single person household is $15,060, while for a family of 4, it's $30,000. All right, so if a player ain't at least making $30,000, he in low income. There's a whole bunch of players who's not making $30,000 or better. Their ass on child support, huh? And there's so many women who is low income. So many women, and y'all smarter than us. Y'all mature faster than us. Y'all got more education than us. Y'all have way more businesses than men. Y'all have more of everything than men, and y'all still doing worse than men. Got it. But she feel like this is just not right. It's just not right. And I feel it though. I feel it that she feel that this is not right. But this is what goes on in the great United States of America. Because if you was a man, baby, if you was a man, yes, to say most Americans are low income. It's a real problem out here in these streets. Move right along. I ain't gonna eat much hold you. You got a situation. Now listen. So this right here could fall under domestic love. This one could fall under domestic love. If y'all just not coming on in, we is live. We is live on the purple, the green, and the blue. We live in these places, but we're not gonna end the show over here on YT and the purple. We're not gonna do that right there. We're gonna end it how we normally end it, by the links in the description. Go ahead on and hit the links in the description. After this story right here, we're gonna leave YT and we're gonna move it forward. Shout out to everybody who is over there elsewhere, and make sure that y'all is hitting the thumbs up button. I need your support, like I always say. We have 2 of 3 men charged in the murder of a pregnant woman in a township. Everybody done appeared in court. A pregnant woman. Now, why is it two of 3 men? Why is 3 men involved in a pregnant woman's death? Why is that?
3 men are facing murder charges for killing 26-year-old India Kinnamore and her unborn child. Thanks for joining us here at 5:30. I'm Ashley Kirkland.
And I'm Chris Jacobs. The 2023 shooting happened in Coleraine Township, and WLWT News 5's Danielle Dendak has been covering this case from the beginning. And Danielle, 2 of the men charged were arraigned today, and India's mother was also there.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Chris. She spoke and it was very emotional. She told the courtroom that her daughter was killed on the day she was set to get induced.
Oh, wow.
My name is Terry Kinnamore. I'm India's mother.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Behind the glass sits a pain that can't be seen but heard. For Terry Kinnamore, that heartbreak dates back to March 2023.
I got the phone call from my grandson to say my mommy has been shot.
26-year-old India Kinnamore was pregnant.
Scheduled to be induced the same morning as the murder.
It would take almost 2.5 years for charges to come. 3 men, 20-year-old Robert Irving, 30-year-old Kayvon Warren, and 22-year-old Lamar Morris Suggs.
Conspiring to come up with this plan to kill Ms. Kinnabrew and her unborn child.
Irving and Warren spent their Friday morning in front of a judge. Inside this courtroom, we learned the fatal family ties.
Mr. Warren was involved in a relationship with the victim. The victim was pregnant, and that at some point the evidence that has been uncovered was that he wanted her to terminate that pregnancy.
By the way, they don't say he's a shooter. They claim there's a conspiracy. They claim that Lamar Suggs is a shooter. Give him a high line.
But this fierce mom had words for Warren.
I don't think he should see the light of day until this case is solved. That's what I would ask of this court.
Warren and Irvin are being held on a $600,000 bond. Suggs not in court today because he was already in prison on an unrelated weapons charge. Dana.
Gotta ask yourself this question, ladies. I want y'all to be understanding and paying attention. See, when y'all don't want the baby, y'all just run on down there and go ahead on to get rid of that right there. But when we don't want the baby, there's only one or two ways that we can go about it. We can go about it just not dealing with you and the child and just get put on child support. Or we can try to remove the baby ourselves. And if it involves removing you also, then because y'all come like as a package, that's what may happen. I don't understand. I would never, well, hell, I can't say that I would never understand, because I do get why women used to produce children, because it was like a sure place to stay. It was a sure food stamp thing. But in like the past 2-3 years, as I have been reporting, a lot of landlords is not even taking Section 8s anymore. A lot of people is not taking the Section 8. The housing, what is that thing? Whenever they open up, when they open up for y'all to run on down there and put in the application to get the housing, a lot of them is closed until 2027 in certain states. So I really don't, well, hell, you all be producing the children so y'all can have control over the father, which I get that right there. But then y'all get a little petty little child support and you just gonna sit around and be crying. A lot of y'all be having the children because y'all friends be having children, which got to be the stupidest shit, but a lot of y'all do be followers. They can get off in them hood homes and stuff like that right now. But oh, she looked young too. Oh man. But Buddy was in court. Buddy looked real nervous, which I don't blame him, because who the hell want to go to jail? Him. It looked like he like, man, I shouldn't have did this shit. Hold on. I really liked her. I think that he was the one. Hold on. Evan. So he's the one who looks scared right now. Warren. All right, let me listen to just a little bit again.
I got the phone call from my grandson to say my mommy has been shot.
26-year-old India Kinnamore was pregnant.
Scheduled to be induced the same morning as the murder.
It would take almost 2.5 years for charges to come. 3 men. 20-year-old Robert Irving, 30-year-old Kayvon Warren, and 22-year-old Lamar Morris Suggs.
So what does Suggs have to do with anything? What was his part in it?
Conspiring to come up with this plan to kill Miss Kinnabrew and her unborn child.
There it is. You might be right. You say they had a threesome and she was gonna tell. I would say, damn, because now you just made me think. Maybe she had a foursome. And no damn one of them want to be the daddy. But don't nobody know who the daddy is. Maybe. I don't know what that baby out here doing. I know that she's somebody baby. She's somebody child, and you don't know. I don't know what the hell don't nobody be doing. Behind closed damn doors, she could have been a mutt and a slut. Or she could have been like a princess and did nothing of the sort. She could have just been with one dude. You know, because we would just go by this little loving picture that they put up on the screen, you know, to make us see her beautiful youth. And oh my God, she don't have a whore bone in her body. That's how, you know, people would want us to look at her. But we don't know this girl background. And I'm not saying that she was out there hoeing, and I'm not saying that she wasn't out here hoeing. But for 3 dudes, and the main topic is she was pregnant, the boyfriend, who was the boyfriend?
Conspiring to come up with this plan to kill Miss Kinnabrew and her unborn child.
Irving and Warren spent their Friday morning in front of a judge. Inside this courtroom, we learned the fatal family ties.
Mr. Warren was involved in a relationship with the victim.
Warren, the one in the middle, the light-skinned one, Buddy. This is Warren. So he was in a loving relationship.
Courtroom, we learned the fatal family ties.
Mr. Warren was involved in a relationship with the victim. The victim was pregnant, and that at some point the evidence that has been uncovered was that he wanted her to terminate that pregnancy.
Ooh, wait a minute. Okay. You say or the younger guys are related to the oldest. Maybe they are related. That lady said family ties. Oh, what if they were cousins? All right, hold on. What is her last name, first of all? Kennemore? All right. Damn. So they probably like cousins or something like that, whatever.
In front of a judge.
Hold on.
Trying to come up with this plan to kill Ms. Kennebrew and her unborn child.
Irving and Warren spent their Friday morning in front of a judge. Inside this courtroom, we learned the fatal family ties.
The fatal family ties is what we learned, the fatal family ties.
Mr. Warren was involved in a relationship with the victim. The victim was pregnant, and that at some point the evidence that has been uncovered was that he wanted her to terminate that pregnancy.
By the way, they don't say he's the shooter.
They had to be kinfolk. They no, dog. Hold on, men. Hold on. We got to jump to another one. Because now it got me real interested. Hold on.
Three men accused of killing a pregnant woman are now in jail. Thanks for joining us at noon. I'm Kelly Rippin.
And I'm Stephen Albritton. The 2023 shooting in Coleraine Township left India Kinnemore and her unborn baby dead. WLWT News 5's Daniel Dindak is here with the emotional day in court as two suspects face the judge. Danielle.
India's mother spoke, and it was very powerful. And here's how we got to this point. On March 4th, 2023, Coleraine Township officers responded to Hidden Meadows Drive and found 26-year-old Kennemore shot and killed. She was pregnant. And today in court, we learned she died on the day she was set to be induced. Yesterday, police charged 20-year-old Robert Irving, 30-year-old Kayvon Warren, and 22-year-old Lamar Morris Suggs, all with 2 counts of murder each. Irving and Warren went in front of a judge today. Prosecutors say all 3 men conspired to kill Kinnemore and her unborn child. The victim's mother, Terry Gilmore, spoke in court. She revealed her daughter was in a relationship with Warren and pregnant with his child.
I would like to ask for either a high bond or no bond. They were in a relationship. He killed his own son or plotted to kill his own son. He's been out for 2 years while this investigation is going on, while my daughter and his grandson are resting in a grave. I don't think he should see the light of day until this case is solved. That's what I would ask of this court.
Warren and Irving are held on a $600,000 bond. The third man, Suggs, was already in prison on an unrelated weapons charge. Danielle Dindak, WLWT News 5.
I don't like, because they told us that this was family. Why is they afraid to say that this was like what was going on? So I'm trying to find the article, because maybe in the article, hold on. I got an article. This is from the news channel. She has been shot and she died at the, her unborn child investigation after more than 2 years. We got that right there. Irvin, Warren, Lamar, got that right there. The prosecution and then having 3 charges, alleged that there were 3 coming up with a plan to carry out the murder. Got that right there. The co-defendants who conspire to come up with the plan, kill Warren and the unborn child. Got that right down. The relationship with Kinnemore And alleged evidence reveals that he wanted her to terminate the pregnancy. She alleges that she's scheduled to get induced. Yada, yada. In the investigation over the past 2 years, he knew he was wanted for murder. He didn't flee to yada, yada, yada. Terry also stated that India's 6-year-old, so she was already a single mama. Stated that India's 6-year-old son was in the home when the shooting took place and was the one to call her. She was already a single mom. I can't, man. But it's not telling us if they was cousins. I think they was cousins, and it's sad that we can't find out really, really quick if they was cousins, loving cousins. Yeah, that's what happens. Now listen, watch this, because them people had done told us that it was family, and if they was family, decisions. If they was family for her to have the child. It's already bad if they was family that mama them know that they was having relations and that he impregnated her. But that them outside the family gonna know. Or would have known that she having a baby from kinfolk. You say the mother failed. Got to be more careful. This is just crazy. Why do y'all want to keep having children? And please do not tell me I don't believe in abortion. Shut up. Because you bitches do not believe in being able to take care of your children properly. So stop that. You're better off killing them. You're better off aborting them. My bad. Didn't mean to say it like that. Shit is stupid. It's just really, really stupid. Y'all give yourself a pat on the back. Y'all done made it to the end of the 999 News. I want y'all to go ahead on and hit the links down in the description, because we finna keep the party going, but we finna end this thing on YT and the Purple. We finna go ahead on and get on up out of here. Go ahead on and get on up out of here, man. Players, prostate cancer awareness around here at the Willie Williams Show says just a finger. So your prostate don't work, your meat don't work. Mess around and lose your la or your life. It's your choice. You make the call. Your body, your booty. I am here to help. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm is. I appreciate y'all for rocking with the play. I really, really do. Y'all please remember, go around to the Willie Williams Show channel 7 and the Willie Williams Show 4 and Accept and Agree channels, man. Thank y'all for being around here. Just make sure y'all come on around there to the R, which is the green, and or the blue, which is Elon. Oh, Elon, go on around there, the Elon thing. Go on around there, the links in the description. Slow moving Monday, man. I hope that y'all had a wonderful weekend, and I hope that y'all have a wonderful tonight. Just stay alive. Make sure that you show up tomorrow. Make sure that y'all help a player out, because they is really, really bogging us down over here on YouTube. They is dropping my numbers like... It's crazy to just watch the numbers just keep falling. I don't know what they got against a player, but it is what it is. Here, we got to try to grow elsewhere. We really do got to try to grow elsewhere. You say my daughter has open house tomorrow. Probably won't make church tomorrow. That's what's up. Just stay alive. Stay alive. Watch 2366 in your 9 at all times while you out there at the open house. Be careful. Be careful. People don't play by the rules. Appreciate y'all for rocking. We out of here, man.